What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Darian's Competitive Pokemon. I'm playing a game on PTCGO. I am playing with Greninja today. Finally got my expanded version of Greninja converted over to standard for you all. So, going to be rocking a game with this. You can see that I just got off of work. I'm kind of low-key still in my work attire, but it's all right. You can see I'm a teacher. I actually do get dressed up kind of mildly professional sometimes, and got my own thing going on. The studio is looking crazy right now. I wish I could show you guys. There are literally like mounds of cards everywhere, but that's all good. We just up here, you don't get to see all this stuff, so you might see me doing some weird things like this and that, just so that I can see, like, different parts of the screen, because some of it is definitely blocked off by mounds of Pokemon cards just from the opening. So I think low-key want to try and get Mikey to clean the studio. Apparently that's what Kevin said, because I was like, Kevin, is it gonna be me or Mikey? And he's like, dude, I think I'm gonna ask Mikey to do it. So you see I started my Staryu. I'm stoked about that. Hopefully the Starmie is not prized. The Staryu has free retreat. Oh no, why am I playing against Golisopod Zoroark? This seems like a horrible matchup. Golisopod should be able to just roll through all of my Greninjas. This is rough, so I don't like that at all. I'm probably going to put the Tapu Fini down just to have it, and maybe I can shuffle a dude in early, a Golisopod GX early, something like that, while I try to get somewhat stabilized. At least we're saying, okay, this is a Golisopod Zoroark deck. At least it's not the Golisopod Garbodor deck, and my opponent's not going to be trying to shut down any of my abilities. At the very least, I do have that going for me, so that's good. Zoroark shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially if I could Shadow Stitch. Then that means that the Zoroark is not going to be able to stand in and then retreat to recharge Golisopod GX's first impression over and over again. So that's good for me as well. Looks like I am playing against somebody named Fat Kid 123. So welcome, Fat Kid 123, to the channel. And they've got a fat Sycamore. So they Sycamored without playing any cards. A couple Zoroarks here, 2 copies of Guzma, a Field Blower, and a Puzzle of Time. Puzzle of Time, interesting inclusion. They've got no dudes down on the first turn of the game, so that's awesome. No Wimpods down, that's what I like to see. Just a couple of Zaruas and a double colorless. Now I have a few options. I can end turn 1. I could Lily turn 1. Ultimately, I am just looking for some more stability here. I could Skyla for a Brooklet Hill or an Ultra Ball. I don't mind Skyling for the Brooklet Hill just to get a little more set up. But then I have to end turn 2 and just hope that I hit a Frogadier and an Energy, and I don't necessarily like that either. So I think I'd rather just go with the end, just so that I'm conserving my resources a little bit. Hopefully I just draw into some things, and this is cool. So I did get the Frogadier and the water, and I don't want to leave this Staryu just up to dry though, out to dry. So I think I might. I mean, if I could Aqua Ring that thing, like, that's not the worst play, I guess. And then I could just leave the Tapu Fini up here, and then I could Tapu Storm GX the Zorua back into the deck, which would be like a little funny, I guess. I think I'd rather just Aqua Ring, and we'll Tapu Storm GX against something, a little more serious. But I'd rather, I think, just leave the Tapu Fini up there, so that way, my opponent's not going to be doing a lot of damage to it. If they evolve into Zoroark, maybe they'll do 100 damage to it or something. I do play 1 copy of Max Potion in here so I can heal it, but my thought process was that next turn I would retreat into the Frogadier and water duplicates, while also being able to save my Staryu, and maybe I could have then used that Evo Soda in my hand in order to get a Starmie, something like that, and just kind of sitting behind this Tapu Fini right now early. So my opponent does have 1 Wimpod on the bench. They've got a Grass Energy on it. Looks like they're going to be hitting me for at least like 60 damage here. Like I said, not all that much, but they would have been taking a prize on either of these two, so I think promoting the Tapu Fini there was definitely the right play. Now, I do have a water duplicate, so that's good. I also have the Splash Energy, and that's good. Unfortunately, it looks like I have to do a little bit of an ugly Ultra Ball here. I think that I can Ultra Ball away the Tapu Lele and this Water Energy, though. and that way I could save my 2 Greninjas, and I just don't think that I'm going to play that Sycamore yet. There's really no reason to play the Sycamore. If I play the Sycamore, I might just draw into more Frogadiers or something like that, and this way I could go get a couple Frogadiers, and next turn I will guarantee have 2 Greninjas. So I think that this is the play here. Let's go ahead and duplicates, get our 2 Frogadiers out. We did prize a Frogadier, so that's a little annoying, but fortunately we did not prize our Starmie, so that's good. So I'm going to go get those 2 guys. Next turn, I'm going to be guaranteed 2 Greninjas. If my opponent doesn't end, I'll just have those right here. And then it might be a good turn next turn to go ahead. Oh, that's super annoying. Jeez. All right, they enhanced hammer my splash energy. Next turn, I could, if they come up and maybe first impression, then I could go up and use Tapu Storm GX and shuffle their Golisopod back into the deck. I think that that would be a good play. You could see that they're kind of filling their bench up with a bunch of things that are not Wimpod right now, and I just have the ability in this deck to deal with 1 Golisopod. I could definitely deal with 1 Golisopod just fine. I might even be able to deal with 2 Golisopods just fine. What the problem's going to be is if they get like 3 Golisopods out, there's probably no way I'm dealing with that. So, the more non-Wimpod Pokemon they put on their bench, the better for me. Now, I'm wondering what they went ahead and did with this Mallow, because they are doing the cute little Mallow trade trick here to get 2 cards out of their deck. It's a neat little strategy you could use. I don't think that I love it, but maybe it's valid. They see they did have an N in the hand. Like, they're going to pretty much guarantee that they get the attack that they want this turn, or that they get, probably a righteous beating for knockout on my Frogadier is probably what they want to do, while saving the Golisopod on the bench so that then that I can't, Tapu Storm their Golisopod. So that's a pretty heads-up play. Not bad. Going to promote the Staryu because it's got free retreat. And I got to figure out what I'm going to do here, because none of these really seem like absolutely stellar plays. Let's go ahead. I could Tapu Storm GX. I don't want to Tapu Storm GX. I think I'm going to save Tapu Storm GX for when my opponent brings up the Golisopod. So we're going to evolve into 2 Greninjas, and then we'll Sycamore. At this point, I'm not really sure, though, because you don't want to... I don't want to just send up this Greninja. It's just going to get smoked. So that, that is a pain. But I will get the line back, but it doesn't even matter because I need more recovery cards out in play here in order for it to even matter. So it looks like my opponent is just being very aggressive, and it's really, and also prizing a Frogadier hurts really bad here, as you could see. I think I am going to come up, though. I could Shadow Stitch. My opponent's got 5 cards in hand. If I Shadow Stitch for 40, they'll have 60 damage on them. Maybe I could devolve at some point. And also I stop their drawing abilities, so I make it maybe a little harder for them to get the cards that they need. But all they need to do is retreat into Golisopod. So to be fair, they really don't need much of anything. I probably should, and Moonlight Slash for 60, though. I don't want to remove the splash energy. So, but I don't even have anywhere to put the splash energy, to be honest. I mean, like, if I get these things back into my hand, it actually makes my hand worse, because I just have to like Sycamore these things anyway, and and I got nowhere to put them, and it's just super awkward. So it's just a bad situation no matter which way we look at it. I think I had to go for maximum damage just because I can't, keeping the splash energy on this Greninja doesn't help, because even if I get the Frogadier back and the Greninja back, I'm just going to have to Sycamore the next turn with this crap hand that I have. And then, after that, I mean, it's all bad, man. I mean, I needed another Frogadier. I needed a couple more things to go my way. I need to be not facing down this Golisopod over here. This is about to just wipe the floor with my Greninja. But, oh well. I mean, that's a bad matchup. I mean, bad matchups are bad matchups. So we will see. Oh no! What? Okay, they just wanted to get they wanted to keep the DCE on that benched Zoroark there, so they did. They played the Guzma, brought out my Greninja. Let's see. We're going to promote the Greninja, evolve into Greninja Break, and see where we can go. So let's see. I just keep drawing energy. This is insane. I think I do shuffle this thing in with Tapu Storm GX, I think, but not after at least I get a Water Shuriken in. So we should Water Shuriken something. I'm not exactly sure what to Water Shuriken. I mean, I could shuffle in the Golisopod in. I don't know. That might make it a little easier for my opponent to string what they need. That seems like a rough play too. But then they could, if I damage it, they could just Acerola it. That is just super annoying. So let's start out with the Giant Water Shuriken. We're going to do the Giant Water Shuriken onto the benched Wimpod. I mean, we need to damage these things. And then I think I could go up and let's see, I could Shadow Stitch with the Greninja. I don't want to really leave that active though. I think I do want to Tapu Storm. So let's go ahead, attach the Splash. I can't really Lily for anything, so let's just Sycamore this hand. Unfortunately, we just have to do that and see if I can get some more things going on. I do, so that's good. I could Evo Soda, get my Starmie back, so that's good. And at least we're starting to get, some other Greninja out into play, so that is reassuring. I could Enhanced Hammer that double colorless on the bench, but I think I want to save that for something else. I think I do just want to GX this turn. Let's go ahead and Space Beacon. We'll trade the Evo Soda for a couple of waters. Just get those into my hand just to have them. Just in case, I don't know, just in case the Starmie gets knocked out next turn. And then retreat. Enhanced Hammer I don't think makes all that much of a difference here on the DC. I think I'd rather... but if they get a DC onto a Golisopod, I don't know. Yeah, I'm at a loss. Let's just Tapu Storm. And we'll wait till next turn to decide that. So get out of here, Golisopod. You going away. And that's fine. I don't take any prizes for that, but at least I get that thing out of my face. My opponent promotes the Zoroark. The Zoroark does have free retreat, I guess, because of the double colorless. So it could allow for a first impression here on the benched, thing. So that would be a little annoying. I guess maybe I should have done the Enhanced Hammer just to put my opponent in a weirder position where maybe they had to promote, the Wimpod and they wouldn't have had this. So in hindsight, I probably should have let that Enhanced Hammer rip. It just didn't seem very threatening here on the Zoroark. But I guess from a tactical standpoint, they are going to use it for free retreat. So, there we go. And this is what I was thinking that I would use. Okay, so they didn't even need it. They're just going to Guzma up my only Greninja, and they're going to knock it out. So that's just fantastic, Absolutely great. Why not? This is an utter beating, guys. There's nothing I can do about this. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do about this? This is bad. All right. But we're not giving up yet. So let's see what we could do. We got another Froakie. I can Evo Soda, but I know that. Oh my gosh, yeah. See, I know all my Froakies are all down. So I can't Evo Soda for nothing. I know that. Let's go ahead and knock that double colorless off of the active. We can't Field Blower anything meaningful. I could attach a water to the Tapu Fini, I guess, just so that I'm threatening something. I'm threatening a Hydro Shot next turn. That's cool. And let's just Sycamore. Blech. All right. Maybe if I had gotten... Oh my gosh, this is bad. I need a Rescue Stretcher or something. They're just all gone. All my Frogadiers are gone. I desperately need a Rescue Stretcher. So I don't know what to do. This is just bad news, all together. We could go get another Froakie, but none of that matters. I don't play rare candies in this list right now, so... This is just awful. Let's just Aqua Ring. I think we have to Aqua Ring and just promote a Froakie. And that's fine. I could have promoted the Starmie, I guess, but I think we're just in a game that we definitely can't win now at this point. Feels pretty bad. I don't think I could end and just hope to stick my opponent, but my opponent's got all these Zoroarks. There's no way they're not gonna draw into the cards they need to pull this game out. Even if I could Hydro Shot something next turn, I could Hydro Shot a Zoroark GX, knock it out. But, I don't think any of that's going to matter, especially since, with just these Zoroark GX is just so good. My opponent is getting the double Puzzle of Time play. Man, they're even playing Puzzle of Time in here. That seems kind of crazy. Oh, they're just going to Guzma up my Tapu Fini GX, and they're probably just going to, take care of that as well. Why not? Hey. Go ahead, take the Tapu Fini. Go ahead, take it. This is fine. Hey, this is why I don't play Greninja, man. Greninja just, man, I can't. This thing it just gets whopped on sometimes. This is why don't you just get a couple more Guzmas? That's fine, you know, just so they have guaranteed win on board next turn. I mean, at this point, it's a wrap, guys. I mean, this just feels absolutely dirty. I mean, there's there's just nothing I could do. I'm gonna attach the water energy. I could Skyla, I guess, for the rescue stretcher, but I know they have Guzma, so I have to like end, you know, like I have to end. So let's Ultra Ball away the Brooklet Hill and the water, and yeah, just to thin my hand a little bit. Let's see, I could get the Espeon. I could get the Espeon. That thing's only got 60 damage on it, though. Ugh. I guess I do have to go and get the Espeon, but I've already attached the water to the Froakie, so like I guess I'll just get that for like next turn. And just see, just in case, you know, maybe I'll get a chance to put that down. I didn't have anybody with free retreat, so this is just what I had to do. And let's just go ahead. I don't think there's, I mean, why not? We'll put the Tapu Fini down too. And let's end. Let's go ahead. Get it done. 6 prizes to 1. Can we make it happen? We do have a rescue stretcher, but at that point, you know, if I don't bubble, my opponent is definitely just going to knock something. So let's put a Pokemon from my discard pile into my hand. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to get a Frogadier, and then we're going to evolve that here. And then let's go ahead and Space Beacon. And we're going to trade that Choice Band for like 2 water energies just to have them to just increase our hand size. And then we can Ultra Ball away. Let's see, let's Super Rod as well. And let's get a Frogadier, a Greninja, and a Greninja. Get all those back into the deck. And then I think I'm going to Ultra Ball away the 2 water energies for the other Frogadier. So now I have 2 Frogadiers on the bench. It's still not, I mean, I would need to like paralyze for like a bunch of turns while my opponent gets nothing like that. And also I need to draw some more stuff. So like, I don't think there's any way we do this, but hey, we do get 1 paralyzed. So go ahead and get wrecked, Zoroark. Get wrecked, man. But all my opponent needs is just like Guzma, and they got game. So I don't really think that there's any way out of this mess. Oh, they got the Acerola. So anyways, we tried. We fought hard. I'm going to try a couple more games with Greninja, but man, this feels bad. So anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Let me know what you think of Greninja. Let me know what you think of Golisopod Zoroark in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.